Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Relic 3 replay. Spawn on top right side as the green allies, we have Midori. Spawn on bottom left side as the random blue allies, we have xHr7U8Bg0MgHeTX438Yb. I'm not saying that again. Do have a boot camp deployed on the field, not the big surprise, though I suppose it is possible, not uncommon to see fast airfield opener. We got some doggies to import out, and depending how this dog fight goes, that's usually mean aircraft, but depending how the dogs play with each other, it can change the course of the game, or maybe nothing will happen. Peacekeeper now advancing forward. Dog is backing on off. We've got doggy going out to sea. We've got another doggy out to sea. And the engineer will throw himself into the oil derrick. This engineer will also throw himself in the oil derrick. Green has claimed his first. Now we've got two green dogs versus one blue dog. And great bark there by blue. And of course, 2 beats 1. It is, of course, a dog-eat-dog world. We've got some peacekeepers being deployed out from both sides. There's like 6 so far for blue, 6 for green, a 7th one being deployed out and out. Both sides are streaming in more peacekeepers. Looks like blue did say a bit more damage there. 2 of them about to go down. Good hits there on one of them. Got some more peacekeepers being poured on now. And green has dogs everywhere. It does interrupt the force match there. Forced out a motor gun turret with that. And both sides now forming up, trying to get some more better angle. This observation post can cause some choke points, which can either be good or bad. It gives a lot of damage to see, so you can get a little good focus firing, but you will see a lot of splash damage because shotguns for peacekeepers do splash damage. We got a dog scouting out his opponent. MCV is packing up, going away from the seat, keeping the multi-gun turret there. He spent money on it, might as well keep it there. Vindicator being pulled out by green. Focus on the low health units, very, very good. And it looks like his opponent's deployed out Vindicator as well. Green has deployed out Apollo. Blue's Vindicator may go down, does get shot down. And I think blue now has a Vindicator of his own. No, that's another... or Apollo, but that's actually another Vindicator. Blue is now deployed out Apollo. And you're going to bomb down the dog. Apollo's... oh, it looks like blue does get the first shot there. But we do know green has at least 1 or 2 javelin troops on the ground, though they may have been bombed by the Vindicator. Blue's deploying out some wall segments. He may be walling off behind his peacekeepers as they advance forward. Got some good hits there onto the Vindicator there with the Apollo, and the other Apollo does come into gauge as well. Up north we do have a seaport deployed on out. More wall segments. Obviously doesn't have enough credits for wall segments, plus they're actually out of line. One Apollo does, Vindicator does receive quite a bit of fire, but it does manage to keep on out of there. But it looks like none of the aircraft do go down. It looks like they were not off center from each other. It looked like they were not aligned. I was mistaken. Dolphins now swimming around. You may find some good hits there. Receive some bombs, that's for sure. This Vindicator needs to do a retreat order as well. Might as well. There's another Dolphin advance forward, but it does need more bombs, and the Apollo does go down to the javelin troops inside the garrison. We'll go ahead and de-garrison the garrison. Great bombing runs there from the Apollo. Vindicators receive a bit too much fire from the ground forces. And over here, we do got a 4th expansion deployed out by blue, 4th expansion deployed out by green. We do have now Assault Destroyer deployed on the field, trying to go forward and crush a prospector likely. Over here, we do got some Hydrofoils, Vindicators, and Apollos advancing forward. Here's about the Assault Destroyer there as it barges its way through all the walls. Prospector will escape on out there. Does go and turn off the black hole generator. May try to find some shots there. And now he's going to try and pursue these forces. Receive a bit too much fire as well. Needs perhaps to turn on the black hole armor to reduce his damage, received damage. And over here, we do got the Dolphins taking down the command post. Up north, we do have a ore refinery being sold off there. He does have a multi-gunner turret. And the command hub will be deployed out as well. Destroyer does go down, looks like the Peacekeeper got the final kill, or final shot. Good shots there on the Apollo. This Apollo is quite wounded as well. And blue should be able to win now. He has multiple Apollos there, plus the Javelin troops getting some good hits as well. Looks like this one was frozen, perhaps by a crowd shot, a crowd blast. Well, another Assault Destroyer being deployed now, trying to go for bottom runs there. We've got the ore refinery now under siege by the aircraft carrier. Good bomber run there on the aircraft carrier. We also have a couple Hydrofoils, one with the weapon jammer up and a pair of Dolphins. Green's Assault Destroyer does manage to crush those Javelin troops there, now trying to crush the Prospector. Dolphins engaging each other, but there's too many blue Dolphins there. Does get a jam there, trying to fire some shots up at those Apollos. But looks, the black hole armor is actually disrupting the bullets. They weren't actually going all the way into the black hole armor, but they were getting disrupted enough that they were being denied from hitting their target. Does get forced to sell off there. Got another bomb run onto the air base. We're seeing quite a bit of damage there. Getting some good damage there onto the air base. Now over here, it looks like he's going to push forward with his Javelin troops trying to break through the wall segments. These walls will slow him down. Good to go out some more wall segments to slow him down even more. Which he will. Peacekeepers are rotating around. That's good enough Peacekeepers, but I think green may have more. Good bomb run there. Vindicator is severely wounded. We need to fall back sooner rather than later. Blue's Navy is, of course, skirting around. Aircraft carrier still has plenty of health. One level of efficiency as well. Oh, it is going for over here. Taking out the command hub, who never redeployed out that ore refinery. Over here, we got the Apollos. Cryocopter looks like will go down. Actually, no, he does manage to save the Cryocopter there. Multiple of the Apollos to go down in return. Over here, the command hub does go down. Green does have a handful of Dolphins. Dolphins receiving quite a bit of fire. The Assault Destroyer cannot disrupt them. Does throw out the cannon of the Assault Destroyer as well. It does take out the assault destroyer. Assault destroyer trying to crush the prospector. He may actually get it. Oh, nope, he stopped right in front of it. Does shrink it down. Now the prospector trying to go with the crush there. I'm not sure if he can crush the assault destroyer. The black hole armor has made those bombs go straight to the assault destroyer. Bomb runs there onto the hydrofoils, but this seaport will go down. A single dolphin from green won't really help y'all too much. A lot of veteran dolphins there. A big swarm of sadistic animals there. Let's go ahead and freeze down the heroic dolphin. And it looks like green's Apollos are getting outnumbered as well. There's 3 blue Apollos versus 2 green. Good bomb runs there from the heroic Vindicator. Over here, it looks like the aircraft carriers taking some more sorties. That is a different aircraft carrier. He may have lost the other one. Not sure where it may have went. Probably in the bottom of the sea. Or probably seen quite a bit of fire as well. All the shores received quite a bit of damage. Also on engage. Trying to hit the Vindicators is not so good. We got more reinforcing blue Apollos there, but got a good number of Javelin troops there taking out those Apollos. Prospector does get frozen here. The Vindicators will come in for a bombing run. Cryo shot or cryo blast being put now. Kills off all that infrastructure. Prospector does get frozen. And great bomb splits there. Assault destroyer or aircraft carrier now to elite. And green's infantry may get overwhelmed by blue's infantry now. So green's low in power. Green's Apollos now engaging blue's Apollos. Green's does get the first strike there. So one of green's Apollos need to fall back. Pretty close. Blue could have potentially got a kill in that Apollo. Cargo just gained some nice needed shrinks there. Aircraft carrier elite, but nearly dead. So's the assault destroyer. Just gonna try to shrink, freeze down those naval forces. Does get the bomb run there onto the aircraft carrier. Good micro there with the black hole armor. Now trying to deal with these dolphins. The green dolphins having trouble. One of them is now frozen. 2 of them are now frozen. And does freeze down the last dolphin now. Working on our IFE, getting some good damage there on the Apollos, but does take out that ore prospector. Over here, blue's prospector's going down as well. Got a good amount of veterancy on these Apollos, or Vindicators. And the Apollos now engaging each other. Green does fall back with both his Apollos. Shrinks down some NCV, trying to reposition quickly in order to get out some more expansion points. Over here, looks like one of the cryocoppers may go down. Does go down. And looks like these dolphins will be taking out that prospector as well. Does sell off both of those structures there. Very nice. And now blue's pushing forward with a massive wave of peacekeepers. Green does have a good number of peacekeepers in the region and does have a motor gun turret loaded with peacekeepers as well. We may need to get out a second one. There's no javelin troops here as well. Crowd getting being deployed out. He needs to get ready to deploy out another Motogunner IVs. Another crowd getting this time from his opponent. Gotta make sure that he actually frees out a couple of his own guys there. May throw his own barracks as well. Charging force as well. You got a number of frees there. Frees his own force right there as well. Dog being pointed out doesn't get the bark roar there. I think with all the veteran units as well, it probably wouldn't do all too much either. Heroic Apollo does fall back. A handful of Heroic Apollo, or not Heroic Apollos for green.
Let's get out of here.
And I've got the Apollos now engaging each other. It looks like Green's Apollos will go down. There's too many ground forces here as well. Riptide now being focused down a little bit too much. Crowdcopter does go down. The Riptide is chilled, not frozen. Sells off his airfield. Riptide does go down. And that is a lot of heroic peacekeepers. In fact, all of them are heroic except for one, which is just elite. Now they're all heroic. Oh, nope, there's an unvetted one. Let's take out the prospector as well, but that's a lot of veteran infantry. Now we got Apollo's not coming way forward. We got a Motogunner on the low ground. He's throwing peacekeepers into that to get a fully automatic shotgun. And he still has an oil derrick up. Both players have their oil derricks up. Gonna stay on the peacekeepers. That's off the power plant. This health regen is being very, very important for blue. Down south, we got a Crowdcopter freezing down a prospector. And there goes the rest of Green's peacekeepers. Gotten more Riptides deployed now. After this shields, he should be able to deal good damage to those Riptides. But this will stall him out, his one out quite a bit. Motogunner IV has been deployed on out as well. Or finally seeing quite a bit of fire. Does freeze down the prospectors. Prospector does get shattered. Heroic peacekeeper still doing significant amount of work there. Paul's charging on forward, taking out multiple Crowdcopters. When the Pulse do go down. And there we go. Now they're all heroic, at least what remains. These heroic peacekeepers getting some great damage on the construction yard and getting some much needed health regen. Got a good number of Riptides here, slowly gunning down these peacekeepers. And MCV does pack on up, receiving some extra damage there. And just going to repack up or redeploy there. Crowdcopter does go down. Over here, do got some dolphins engaging each other now. Does jump right there to avoid any additional fire. On the re-engage, killing off one of them. Blue's naval yard almost goes down. We'll get to deploy out another dolphin there before getting taken out. The Gray's trying to rebuild. Blue doesn't have a whole lot remaining either. He has 3 refineries. Where is his... Okay, MCVs are right there. Crowd shot, or no, that's just a Crowdcopter. There's a kill there. Another prospect has been pointed out by Sal at sea. Blue dolphins are patrolling around. He does freeze down the prospector there. Apollo's charging forward, trying to deal with all these Crowdcopters. Doesn't take up Blue's heroic Apollo. Ooh, a lot of Green's Apollos are quite wounded, but it looks like Blue will escape on out with his. He's streaming one at a time. Does fall back right there. More Apollos being pulled out by Blue. He has a lot in the field. I think he has 2 airfields as well. Green does fall back. Green pulls forward his wounded Apollos. That one gets gunned down. He's a fallback. Falls Apollos get healed up. And Cryo again does get deployed out onto that airfield. And the Riptide does pick it off. the Kraken bomb has been deployed out, which does freeze the multi-gunner turret as well as all the other structures. And does get a shrink there, crushing it with the Prospector. Now the Prospector is now elite. I sure does something as well. This stuff is so chilled. Bull can be quickly refrozen, but it's not have been fully killed off. Motor turret is chilled, so it has reduced rate of fire, and doesn't overkill the bombing run there. Didn't do any proper bomb micro whatsoever. I just heard something got loaded up. Maybe something inside the Riptides. Wasn't really paying attention. All just some Peacekeepers and Javelins. We got 2 Cryocopters. They may be able to get some streaks here and freeze there. Got a good number of Javelin troops there. All this comes for a bomb run there. Gets to the Javelin troops. The Cryocopters seeing quite a bit of fire. Got a good number of Javelin troops on the ground. It's going to be a big loss on both sides. Looks like Blue has at least 5. He has 2 airfields, and right now 6 Apollos. He's trying to maintain air superiority, but now we do have a Riptide, Dolphin, and Hydrofoil out in the field. Another Dolphin as well. Hydrofoil does get shrunken down right there. Being frozen now as well. He can maintain maximum range with the Cryocopter and will prevent it from receiving retaliation. Riptide and Dolphin's not engaged in the ore refinery. Riptide's pushing way forward, getting some good hits there onto the Prospectors. Javelin troops getting some laser locks there onto the MCV, getting a lot of damage there. Did interrupt his own laser lock there in order to engage those aircraft. Does it get a retarget there? Trying to laser lock. Does laser lock down that multi-gunner turret. Getting that up fully heroic as well. Both those Javelin troops are now fully heroic, and one does get quickly frozen. And those Apollos are going to fall back. Big bomb runs from the heroic Vindicator. Those are the last structures. Those get destroyed out by that Dolphin. Dolphin will be making his escape. We do got a multi-gunner turret here. Got a handful of Javelin troops being loaded up onto the wounded Riptide. That may be a bad idea. Looks like there's about 8 or 9 Javelin troops. I don't think that's a full 10. That's when it popped them out. It looks like just 7 Javelin troops there, maybe 8. Motor balls do go down. He currently has 3 on the deck. 2 of them are heroic. Cryo Cannon's been cast on in. He does get freeze all the Javelin troops there. Riptide's not being frozen next. Does crush multiple Javelin troops there. Does potentially chill his own NCV a little bit. Another one does get crushed. Two more does get frozen there. Those are going to bring for the MCV and crush the rest of them. Good hits there on those Apollos.
What sandwiches?
He got a crush there, and I wonder if he actually crushed it with the larger size or smaller size. You gotta be careful when triggering on the MCV so it doesn't get crushed. You got a crowd getting deployed right here. Multiple laser locks onto the MCV as well. Let's deploy a boot camp there.
Hurry before we're finished.
Retargets towards the MCV as well. Getting some shots there. Multiple shrunk it down. Does use a surgical strike there. Barracks does get this boot camp, does get killed off. Does finish off the dog there with rockets. MCV is severely wounded. Got multiple Javelin troops just streaming on in. Does take out the boot camp there. Pair of Peacekeepers advancing forward. good hits there onto those cryocopters, taking them out. Peacekeepers advancing forward. We got these javelin troops making a soft retreat away. Good tide advancing forward, getting some good hits.
Get that guy.
Good hits there onto the Apollo. Does have heroic status, and blue has backed out of the game. It's Anagrade saying thanks for watching, and on to the next replay.